Hello, YouTube! Welcome to another exciting edition of Driving Up Stocks! Alright, one of these names is going to stick. Chances are, by the time one does, it's not too cheesy. I actually like Driving Up Stocks. What do you all think? I don't know. Keep doing these in the car. We got to come up with some clever name. But anyhow, by the time I come up with a name for these, I'm probably going to have like a studio and be big and famous. Who knows? I don't know. Anyhow, let's get you started off. How did we end last week? Well, not the greatest, as we know from previous couple videos. For the week, we ended at $155.25. So we were down $3.49 on the week, which we knew there was some bad news at the beginning of the week. My big stock, Designer Brands, they had less than favorable earnings report, so their stock kind of drops, and that's a big chunk of my portfolio. Again, we're dealing with Cosmos Energy that was on a steady decline after we bought that for swing trading. I got in a little bit too deep on that one. That drove us down. And then just overall, the stock market was kind of down. It was kind of stale last week, at least in the the areas that my portfolio is in. So down on the week. For the day, we were down about $1.12. Starting off Monday, over the weekend, as I'm sure a lot of you heard, there was some positive news in the China trade talks, which skyrocketed some stocks on Monday. The market really took off first thing Monday morning, including a lot of mine. Designer Brands is back up a little bit. We still have a long way to go to get back to where we were at. Cosmos Energy actually shot up. It went from right around $5 a share up to almost $5.40 yesterday. I'm recording this Tuesday morning, and last time I checked, it was actually up in the 550s, 556, somewhere in there. So we're starting to gain our money back, thankfully. I just hate to have that money tied up that long in something I'm not interested in keeping. It's kind of a sad day. So we at the start of trading on Monday, with everything that went up, we were up about $5. I didn't get too excited because, like I said, there was a lot of positive news out there. Everybody was excited. Any news triggers some kind of reaction, and then everybody kind of calms down. So after that first couple hours of trading yesterday, after the market was open, they did start to kind of taper down and kind of get to a realistic point of where the stocks were actually going to fall for the day. So on the day, I ended up about $2.50, $1.70, $2 somewhere. I think it was about $2 on the day yesterday. But we're still up from last week. We're growing. We are trying to inch our way up to that $160 mark and stay there, because we've touched it a couple times and then we just end up falling right back down. Did want to mention Cosmos Energy, as I said, that one is like the little engine that could, apparently. It is inching its way back up. Designer Brands inching its way back up. So we might not end up being too bad on those after all. So that kind of gets you where we ended the week, where we started the week. Haven't moved in or out of anything. Looking to do that today, Tuesday. And the reason being, I only had like 45 cents in my portfolio, or whatever it was, 50 cents buying power. So I've just kind of been sitting on that because I don't want to get into any penny stocks, as you know. But I did want to do a little experiment. I actually started this a little while back, and anytime that my stock has taken a dip, I'll buy in. That way I'm not, because I'm pretty sure I'm going to lose this money, but it's only going to end up being about $1. As you know, I've gotten hit on a couple reverse stock splits since we started doing these, and I wanted to do a little experiment. So actually, I started this not knowing Robinhood was going to get into fractional shares and all that. So there's a couple, I've got 2 experiments going on, both of them without any knowledge that Robinhood was going to do fractional shares and whatnot. So I wanted to try something, because anytime there's been a reverse stock split on a stock I've held, I end up losing it. It'll say not supported by Robinhood. Now, I can't find where that's a general rule. If there's a stock split or a reverse split, Robinhood automatically stops supporting it. So as you all know, I love and adore the Naked brand group, which is not like any kind of a pornography or anything like that. It's a clothing line. They own like Heidi Klum's clothing line. They're out of Australia is where they're based out of. They own Fredericks of Hollywood, which if you're not familiar with Fredericks of Hollywood, the best way I can describe it is it's like the poor man's Victoria's Secret. So I read a lot about them. I've just, since I started trading, I've really liked them, but they are a literal penny stock. When I started trading in and out of those, they were the ones I was using for day and swing trades a while back. They were trading around 7 cents a share. Now they're down in the 2.5 to 3 cent rate. But as they started to drop, I held on to some shares. I held on to like 15 for a long time. And then I decided I would try a little experiment as it kept dropping. And I had a few extra cents, which I got paid some dividends from Ford, I believe Western Prime Group, and AMC this week. So had a little bit of extra change, literal change in my buying power. So what I did is try to finish out this experiment. It sounds like this Naked Brand Group, ticker symbol NAKD, is going to do a reverse stock split, where you will end up, for every 100 shares you own, you will get 1 share. And I wanted to see if like in the past, I haven't had enough shares, and I thought that's maybe why I only got paid cash for it, and I didn't actually get to keep that partial, they didn't have partial shares, but I figured that's why, I always got kicked out of there and you couldn't, buy and sell those anymore. So as an experiment, I wanted to get myself to 100 shares. So today it's at a, all-time low. It's like right at 2 cents. I want to buy, I think I need 25 shares or 15 shares to get to 100. So I want to see if I have 100 shares, if it'll let me keep that 1 share, or if it will force the payout whenever that reverse split comes in. So I'm going to kind of stay tuned for that. I have a feeling that's going to happen sooner or later, sooner rather than later. So that's one experiment I'm doing, is just to see if you have enough shares when they do a reverse split, if you get to keep that 1 share, or if it still automatically pays you out. If I get paid out, it's literally like $1.50. Don't know if y'all can hear that, but up north of us, they have an Air Force base, or is it an Air Force base? I think it's an Air Force base, but they do a lot of maneuvers over here. So you can hear, like, a lot of times it's the F-16s out of maneuvers. Really cool if you see it, hear it in person. Kind of a neat thing to see. Terrifying if you don't know what's going on. But anyhow, moving on. The second experiment that I'm doing, and again, this is before I even knew they were going to offer fractional shares. What Robinhood said is I did confirm that they will offer that DRIP, that dividend reinvestment plan. But what I wanted to see is, it says that for whatever fraction of that share you own, you will get that fraction of a dividend if they pay a dividend. So I just wanted to see, obviously you are probably not going to buy into a stock that's not really giving you over a penny. I mean, typically if you're going to do the fractional shares, it's going to be on something like an Amazon that's trading at $1,700-$1,800, or a Facebook, Microsoft that's up around 200. You're probably not going to be looking to buy fractional shares of a $7 stock that's paying a 1 or 2 cent dividend. But nevertheless, I wanted to see how they pay that out. So what I did is I found a very inexpensive stock. It's, U.S. Global Investors, ticker symbol GROW, which is ironic because since I bought the stock, it has done anything but grow. It is horrible. It was trading for about $1.40, but its dividend was only 0.3 cents. So I wanted to see with Robinhood, if you only have 1 share, if they still pay out that fraction of a penny, because you can buy a stock to a fraction of a penny. So if a stock is like that Naked Brand that I talked about, trades for like 2.1 cents a share, you can buy for that, and you can even stretch it out a couple decimal places. It'll allow you to do that. So I just want to see if it would pay you out in that fraction of a penny. So I bought it right before the ex-dividend date for like $1.44, which, like I've said, it's done anything but grow. But I knew I was only going to be out buck, 20, buck 30, whatever it was. So I took a chance, bought into that. But they do not pay out that fraction of a penny. So that one, as soon as it gets somewhere worth selling where I'm not losing everything, because it actually, after that ex-dividend date, as the stocks typically do, it dropped in price. So it's trading for around $1.25 right now. So I'm going to wait till that kicks back up a little bit to like that $1.30 range or so, and then trade out of that one share. But that was an experiment I wanted to do, as you know, which was perfectly timed since Robinhood has announced they're going to do fractional shares now. That was good timing. So I can tell you, if the dividend is not at least a penny, or that fraction of a share that you buy, the dividend doesn't pay out at least a penny's worth, they will not give that to you. Now, I'm not going to hold on to this stock long enough to find out, but I was kind of curious now, if I were to own, you know, like 3 more shares the next time their payout, their ex-dividend date comes around, would I get, you know, that full penny at that point? Or, you know, are you just out that fraction of a penny that you should have gotten? Yeah, either way, doesn't really matter to me, but I just wanted that little experiment. So beware on that one. You know, that Robinhood said they are going to round any of those dividends to the nearest penny. I'm assuming it's going to be round down, like in this case, where if you should have got like a fraction of a penny or something, that you're not going to get that fraction of a penny. It's going to have to be to a full cent for it to pay out. But kind of a cool experiment, you know, taking one for the team for you guys. But that is about it. So again, we've had some positive news this week. We were down again last week, but we are slowly creeping our way back up. I appreciate all of you tuning in. You know, make sure you like these videos. Any comments, you know, give them below. Let me know what you think of these. If there's information you want to see, anything you want me to dive a little bit deeper into, stuff you'd like to learn about, let me know, and I will explore those things for you. Otherwise, I appreciate you tuning in. Make sure you subscribe so you're notified when we put new videos out. Thank you all for the support. Appreciate all the comments. Again, got holiday shopping season. If you're doing any last minute holiday shopping, I do have affiliate links in the description for Target and Amazon. I do get a little bit of a kickback if you use my link to buy anything. Just a heads up, my Amazon link actually goes directly to a book called The 1 Minute Manager. Excellent book on management and leadership. If you don't want to buy that book, I mean, buy it. It's great. It's a very quick read. I'll probably end up doing a review on it. But as long as you follow that link, even though it goes to that book, if you, anything you search in the search bar, it still gets, you know, goes back to me. So I'm going to use the proceeds from anything purchased off of those Target or Amazon links to beef up the channel, you know, actually get some decent equipment, camera, that kind of stuff, maybe a microphone, so we're doing better quality videos. That's what we want to do with that. Again, if you are just here learning about Robinhood, you don't have Robinhood yet, I do have a link for my referral. I have my referral link in the description also if you're interested in signing up for Robinhood. If you don't use my link, again, spread the love. Use someone's link. That way you both get a little reward with both getting a free stock for that. So thank you for tuning in, and until next time, be safe out there. If I don't see you until after Christmas, which you should see me before Christmas, have a Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, whatever you're into. Appreciate you all being here. I appreciate the love and support. Thank you.